For the ship mode table, you are going to go to choose columns and only you only leave anything that relates to ship mode inside of that table. Uncheck everything. Do this. You cannot put ship date. No. That's part of sales. It's just the ship mode alone that you put there. Okay. And you will remove, you don't have to do that. Right click on the ship mode column, remove duplicates. So you only have like 3 or 4 ship mode that we have. It's 4. Now, wait, before you hold on. Now, you know that all we have from the sales table is just the ship mode, right? And we don't have anything like the ship mode ID that will say this is the primary key for the ship mode table, right? There's nothing like that. So what we now do is that we will now be the one to create our own primary key from here. And how do we do that? Is by going to add column on the menu. No, not to add column. And you see something like index column. Click on the drop down. No, hold on. For the sake of those that are just seeing it for the first time, remove that step. Yes. You will see now different options. Guys, look at this. You will see from 0, from 1, and custom. From 0 means that the number is going to start from 0. From 1 means it's going to start from 1. And custom means you can customize. So, for example, let's try and customize, for example. Click on custom. Click on custom. So starting, you can say 101. You can say 101. And how do you want the increments to look like? Is it at the increment of 1, at the increment of 10? It all depends. Let's try 10, for example. At the increment of 10. So it means the next one will be what? 111, 121, 131. Yeah, that's how it's going to look like. So press OK now. And what do you now see, guys? What do you see, guys?
The ID.
The increments, the ID, right? You see that it's from 101 to 111, 121, 131. So that's the way it will be going, assuming we have more ship mode, right? That's the way it's going to look like, right? Okay, so you see 101 to now. You can now double click on that index and rename it as the ship mode ID now. Instead of index now, you can now call it ship mode ID. Please, guys, what we just did here, is it clear to you?
It's clear.
Okay. That's Oluwale, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Your hand is up. You have a question?
Yes, my hand is up. I have a question.
Please go ahead, please.
Yes, the last class I joined was when you invited someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, to talk. So like 2 classes like that, the man talked about data modeling. So and
Okay.
before then I've not joined. So I was new to join for that 2 classes. So I
Okay.
know you're on Power Query, but what you are doing now, I don't know where you started from.
You have to go and watch the previous video, sir.
Okay.
We
Where
have
can I
some
get the previous video?
the video is on YouTube. Please, somebody share the YouTube link with him, please. On the chat
I will
here.
go back to check.
Yes, we've done like even before the math class, we've done like 3 classes before the math class. So Christiana can share the CSV file with you. The CSV file we are using for this class. She can share with you after the class. So you can go back to the video and go and watch. Yeah, no problem. Okay, for those that have been in class before, do you understand what we just did now? Adding the index column from 101 to increment of 10. Is it clear, Aslan? Is it clear, Chukwuka?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So because the ship mode does not have a key, does not have an ID, so we have to create the ID by ourselves. That's why you see this now. So Christiana, you can now shift the ship mode ID to the left side. Exactly. So it's like the first column now. Exactly. So do the same thing for location. So for location, the only column that I'm going to put there is the postal code. That's the only table that, the only column that relates to Now, you guys should remember the reason why we are using choose column and not deleting columns, removing column. You remember why? It's just for us to, for our report to be maintainable, so that we do not have to be always come back in case we change anything, and always be coming back to this place to come and be, you know, editing our apply step again. But if you use choose column, it means you can always go back at any time. If you want to add a new column to any table, and just check box that column. Thanks for sharing that, Milen. So that's the YouTube page, Oluwale. You will see the playlist there. I'm going to be
Okay.
adding
All right,
the
thank you.
other videos of the guy's class to the one of today, so the playlist can be updated. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you know the reason why she needed to remove the duplicates from the column is because from the sales table, a postal code or a ship mode can show multiple times because that ship mode was used as part of the sales transaction. But in the dimension table, what we need is just what is the what distinct list of all of these will I call them attributes or whatever, right? What we need is what a distinct list of all the postal code. We don't need it to have duplicate of it inside a dimension table, which is a table that talks about a business entity, as I said in earlier previous classes, right? A table that was talks about the business entity, right? So ship mode is a business entity. Location is a business entity. Products that we are selling is a business entity. Our customers is a business entity. Right? And the table that now brings all of them together is now what? Is the sales table. That's where you will see who bought the product, what product did they buy, at what date, how was the product shipped, what was the name of the customer that bought the product. All of the information that relates to the transactions is what you will see on the sales table. So we call the sales table a fact table, and we call all the tables that relates to business entities, we call them the dimension tables. Christiana, you are making noise.
I know you have from me. I said, if I let you.
Is that your cooker? Please. Your background is noisy. Okay. So Christiana, do the same thing now for postal code. For postal code, you have to also have to give it an index column. The index column will now serve as what? It will now serve as the primary key for. Is there anybody in this class that up to now did not still understand primary and foreign key? Is there anybody at all? That's up to now, you still don't understand primary foreign key.
Please, I have a question.
Yeah.
Like this postal code, I'm wondering why we have to create a key for it, because
Okay.
if we have removed duplicates and we have the many side on the fact table, can't we just link directly? Just asking.
So it will not be like a standalone table that just has one, that just have one column.
Yes.
That does not need to have its primary key or something there, right?
Yes.
Okay, that one too is doable. It's actually good. But for me as a person, I just prefer to always have for every table to just have its own primary key regardless. So let's see the postal code as the information about the location, but the primary key will still be there. So the primary key will now be what will now return on the sales table, and the postal code and the ID will still be here on the location table.
Okay.
But what you said too, you can actually use. No. See, don't do that one-on-one thing. It's not compulsory that we use the same style for all the things.
Okay.
You can be more dynamic with things. Exactly. You can use this now. Exactly. This one will now be location ID or postal. No, let's say location ID based on the table name. Is there anybody up to this point that you do not understand primary and foreign key before we go ahead? Okay. I assume everybody knows it is good. Product now. Now, don't do anything. pick somebody from the class and ask them how you are going to go about the product table. To know that they know it.
Okay. Is Aminat available to talk?
There's no answering another person. We have time.
Okay, go to filter it to the product ID.
So which columns am I to choose here?
Product ID.
Which other column?
Product category, product name. Okay.
What about the category? What's it talking about?
The categories are nothing entirely. Don't add it.
Okay.
So product ID and product name. Okay, add column.
Why is she adding column? Chukwuka. Yeah, answer now, please. We are recording this thing and you need to answer fast, please.
She needs to, I want her to I want her to what's the move she just did before? Associate every entity with an ID.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Can you come in?
I said I want her to associate every entity with an ID, a range.
But we already have an ID for this one already.
Please tell me.
This one already has an ID already. So do we need to create another column again for IDs?
No, we don't.
We don't. So how do we put it in range?
Somebody so that we associate that you guys are actually what we are doing and not just watching what we are doing. You actually understand the reason why we are doing what we are doing. She added 3 columns, right? Based on what you said. Product ID, product category, and product name. The reason why we are adding index column and renaming it as our ID is because those other entities does not have ID from the sales table that we are using to break down these dimensions. This product table already has ID. That's why I'm not asking you that. Why does she need to create another column for IDs? Is there a need for that? Please answer now.
No.
Because of why?
You already have
exactly.
This
product already has ID coming from the sales table already. So we don't need to add index column that will now use that index column as our identifier, as our primary key for this table. We don't need that again. So what's the next thing that she needs to do now? Now that we have 3 columns, sorry?
I said the next thing is to remove duplicates.
So how will she do that on these columns, on these 3 table columns that we have?
You can highlight the 3 to remove it, because sometimes I'm not sure, but in this case there is not so in this case. So she can remove duplicate from the product ID.
Okay.
That's one. And then the other one is she can highlight the 3 and then remove duplicates.
What do you think? Which one do you think is the best? Highlighting the 3 columns, removing duplicates based on the 3 columns, and removing duplicates based on the product ID alone. And this is for everybody now, not for Timileyin alone. Why do you think? Well, which one do you think is the best?
The
I think
three. Highlighting the 3 columns. I think that's the best.
Why is that better
highlighting
than
one column.
highlighting only product
Okay, sorry.
ID alone? Why is that better? See, for everything that we do, we need to know why we are doing it. It's not just us coming here and watching the person that is doing it. We need to also understand. That's the way me I learn. If I'm watching a video, for example, and somebody press a button, and I didn't know why they pressed that button, I will go to my ChatGPT or my Copilot and say, I'm watching a video on so. This person at this point pressed this also button. I do not understand why they did that. Can you explain? And to tell me, oh, the reason why they did that was because blah 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 blah. And I'll now, so that when I'm explaining to another person, I'll be able to explain that the reason why we are clicking on this thing is because this is the reason why we are doing it. Because it's because we need to do that, because if we don't click on it here, this one will not happen. And that's the way to learn, guys. That's why I'm asking you these questions. So that you know the reason why you are
Yes,
doing
I think
everything you are doing. You really can go ahead, please.
I think the question you answer is okay for us to learn. But to my own knowledge, highlighting one column, which is product ID,
Yes.
to remove duplicate, we also
Yes.
have set the other 2 columns automatically.
Okay. So
There's
that means
no
that it's not
duplicate.
compulsory for us to highlight the 3.
So it's not compulsory to highlight the 3.
Thank you. So it means that so far the product ID is the unique, what's it called? Unique key for that table. So whether we highlight the 3 or we highlight only product ID, it's still going to give us the same result, right?
Yeah. Yes. That's
Thank you.
what I.
Chukwuka, do you understand what they are saying?
Yes, I heard him that the reason why we highlight the product key is that if we do that on that if we do it on that particular column, it will also affect the other
The
two
other
two
columns.
columns.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So but if we
Yeah.
highlight, sorry,
Go ahead.
on the second option, if we highlight the 3 of them,
Yes.
are we going to lose? I mean, will some information be? I mean, won't it produce the same results?
It will produce the same result. That's what we are saying. Do you understand? To produce the same results.
Okay.
Yes.
And if it produces the same result, and we want to go back to the original file, we'll still have everything available, right?
I don't know what you mean by the original file. Do you mean the sales table?
No, not this particular table.
Yes.
I just want to really understand the concept of this.
One product will appear because if this table is a copy of the sales table.
Yes.
And the list here
Sorry,
is not
Mr. Benga.
distinct.
Sorry to cut you short, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Benga. Can I say one of them? Yeah, what he's saying is being curious, which is very good.
Okay.
The reason why I said the answer I gave is what I have tried before.
Okay.
On 2 different occasions. I pick a column which is a unique identifier, product ID. So whatever you do on product ID, as per duplication, we affect other columns too. If you have any data on data or the what do they call it, on this query that we had now, Power Query, that you want to analyze the data, clean the data, once it gets to duplicate, whatever you do on that main ID, which is the product ID, it will affect all other columns.
Yeah.
So definitely, if there's a duplicate in product ID, the duplicate is attached to the product ID. So whatever, imagine, let's take for an instance now, on the product name now, maybe a name appeared on product name like 4 or 5 times. So the product ID will indicate that this particular name based on the ID. So the ID will also appear like 5 times on the product ID. So if you if you remove that duplicate from the product ID, automatically it will affect the product name, thereby leaving only one single name, only one name and duplicate the rest of the repetition, the duplicate out of it. That's why I say whatever you do on the product ID for duplication, it is also remove the duplicate from the other. If I don't know
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Oluwale. Chukwuka, let me reiterate again. The
Yes, please
product
go ahead.
ID is the primary key for the product table.
Yes.
All other attributes that comes with products is the product name. That is, for every product ID, there's a name attached. Or for every product, there is a unique identifier for it. Beans is 1, rice is 2, yam is 3. Do you understand that? Do you understand that one?
Sure.
Now every product now belongs to a category. Category, for example, can be something like food items can be a category. Furniture can be a category.
Yeah.
Home appliances can be a category. Under that category, you can have TV, soundbar, what again? Speaker, you know, all those things. Your PS6, your PS5. I said PS6. Sorry, is there PS6? Sorry.
No, there's no PS6.
Okay, I know it's PS5.
Pro. PS5 Pro also.
Okay. So all of those things that you guys use at home for your home gadgets and the rest, they can fall under what? So that is what product category is. You understand this up to that point, right?
Yeah.
Now, you know, so now that Christiana, you know that what we are doing is that we only have one denormalized table that has all the information, but we now want to extract all the dimensions from that table. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Yes, I do.
The sales table has all the information about all the dimensions.
Yes.
We now want to break down this sales table into the what different dimensions, product, location, all these ones we call them business entities. They are the part that makes up the whole of the whole business process. The product we are selling, the customer that is buying, at what location did that transaction happen, what ship mode did they use to transport the product there. All those four, they are what? Our dimensions. Now, in a dimension table, we would have what is called what? A primary key. Do you remember that?
Yes.
The primary key is the what? Unique identifier for each of the elements we have inside each dimension. Right? Yes. Now, in this case now, we now have 3 columns. Those 3 columns are the columns that relates to anything product, right? The product ID, the product name, and the category that product belongs to.
Yeah.
Now, we now have what we have here. Don't forget that it's coming from the sales table that has all the information. And one product we bought several times, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. When we now know that, so it means that we have duplicate of one product in this table. Yeah. But what we need is a distinct list. That is list without duplicates.
Without duplicates. Yeah.
And don't forget that the product ID is the unique identifier. So whether we remove duplicates on product ID alone, and we don't highlight the other 2 columns, or we highlight the 3 columns and remove duplicates, it's going to give us the same result.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what we are saying here. Because since the product ID is the unique identifier, if we remove duplicates on that, it will what? Remove duplicates for the other columns. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Is it clear to you now?
Yes, it's clear.
So Mr. Anna, go ahead now. Okay. Good. So please put the product name beside the product ID. You should not, so always arrange your stuff very well, guys, because if somebody else is to work on this your report, everything has to be arranged well. So take note of that, please. Okay, let's go to customer now and pick anybody from the class and tell them to ask them what you need to do.
Okay, Olawale or Oluwale.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Can you tell us what to do?
Sorry, please. I'm not really familiar.
Oh, okay, okay. Can Viera
Like I said,
tell
not
us?
familiar with this data set.
Viera.
I'm calling him Aslan.
Okay, Asland.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell us what to do?
You mean, sorry, a little bit behind with all of this.
Okay. Then
Christiana,
Yeah.
maybe you tell them exactly what you want to do,
Okay.
and they'll be able to tell you what you need to do. I think it's better that way.
Okay. Yeah, on this customer table, we want to choose the attributes for customers alone to create the table. So I'd like you to tell me what columns to choose on the table to form the customer table.
Okay, in this case, okay. In this case, I would say customer ID, right? Choose columns, yeah. So customer ID and maybe customer name.
Okay. Hello. Any other thing?
Okay, I guess this is all.
And the segment.
Segment? Oh, okay.
So what am I going to do next?
To check if there is some duplications.
Okay. On which column?
Customer ID.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody, do you understand what Aslam just told her to do?
Just didn't understand why of the column segment, because apparently we have just one value for all of these.
No. Segment should not be part of it, guys. No. Please go and remove it.
Yeah, but the thing is, we have the customer ID that's apparently the primary key, right? And we have its value.
No, segment has to do with the consumers, the consumers that are consuming the products. Do you understand? Okay, go to the segment column on that drop down. You see what I'm saying? Go back to Christiana, go back to the last step. Segment column, exactly. You see consumer, corporate, and home office.
Okay.
It's a different thing entirely. It's like a consumer categorization.
Okay.
But so I don't want to add it under. Should it be under customers? No. It should not be under customers, guys. Or what do you guys think?
I think it should be, since you said they are the people consuming the type of customer.
It's like a category for customers. It's like it's not like I don't know. Okay, let's go back to the sales table. Let's go and look at the sales table.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Sorry.
Yes. So scroll to your right. We see the customer ID. We see okay, customer name, segment, consumer. Now highlight. Let's scroll down. So let's scroll down and see. Look at the one that has office. What's it called? How many segment do we have?
3 of them.
Okay, let's go and look at corporate. For corporate, is it showing in just a name of person or name of company?
Is it showing name of all?
Like a normal name or name of company for the corporates?
For the corporate.
I think the customer name is still like a normal individual
It's still
name.
showing somebody's name now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what do you guys think? Should the segment be under customer or should
Yeah,
it stand alone?
if I may answer, it should be together. The reason why I say so is that
Okay.
a corporate is also another type of customer that is larger than a single customer, and they are both
Okay.
buying these same things,
And
maybe in bulk or so.
yes, you will see that office supplies, corporates, right?
Mhm.
Kind of related. Okay, I think it's fine. If you guys say we should do like that, it's fine. And if we want to also put it as separate table, it's fine. But by the time we get to star and snowflake schema, you will see the way all of these things work. Please
Just
don't
need
forget
to.
to go and remove that filter you did. Then, sorry, Christina, when you were
Yes,
about creating the ship mode location and the other table, did you use duplicate or use reference?
duplicate.
No, you should use reference. I think I showed you that stuff in second class. Do you guys remember?
Yeah, I know.
Why did I say you should use reference instead of duplicates? Do you
So that,
remember?
yes, so that if you do reference now, any change on the
On the
sales
main table.
table will affect the rest of the table.
So when you know that, why did you now still use duplicate instead of reference?
Well, if I'm working, I choose to just be a standalone just in case I need to. I prefer being dynamic rather than having to rely
So
on one just in case.
you know the disadvantage of what you are doing.
Is it a violation?
No. Okay, all of us guys, let's try and do a little research online. If I duplicate and I know reference, what if there's a new ship mode that's been added to the main table? Would that show on my ship mode table if I'm
No,
using
it won't.
duplicates? It won't.
It
So
won't.
it doesn't make any sense to use duplicates then. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I think Love wants to say something.
Oh,
Love.
yes, yes, yes. So I think what you're trying to explain to her is because if she doesn't use reference, whatever, because the data is a transaction, more like a transaction day-to-day data. It's not like it's a
Yes.
fixed data that is never going to change. But it's definitely going to be changing. And because of that, you need to create a linkage whereby whatever changes in your main data automatically refresh into the data you generated from that. That is why, like, you use that reference, you are linking it to that. If you're using duplicates, maybe for example, you're making use of a dimension and that thing is never going to change or something, but which is highly impossible because if it's a manufacturing company, even if it might take you 1 or 2 years to produce a product, you will still change it. And you don't have to start saying that, let me go and start creating that table from the beginning just to save yourself stress and minimize stress and efforts, basically.
Exactly. But guys, please, love everybody. Let's do that research, please. Let's go online now and do that little research because as a data analyst, it's part of your work. Oh. So let's do some small research. So guys, yeah, in 2 minutes, let's do some research. If I duplicate from a denormalized table and not reference, if there's any update on the main table, is it going to affect the duplicate table? Please let's find out, please.
Hello, Mr. Binga.
Hello, sir.
Hello, yes. So,
Yeah.
according to my research,
Okay.
so he said when data is duplicated in a normalized table without a reference,
Yes.
such as a foreign key, so any update to the original data will not be automatically reflected in the duplicate copy.
Hmm.
And
Are we
this leads
sure?
to a
You
serious
know the reason
problem.
why I said are we sure is because that same data, if you go to ship mode now, for example, go to source, guys. Go to source, Christiana. Go to the button, the source, the hair. The source is still that CSV file. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mr. Oluwale?
Yes, yes, I
The
understand.
source is still that CSV file.
Okay.
So what they are saying, are they saying that probably are they saying that it does not reflect automatically? Does that word mean you have to refresh each table? Is that what you mean?
I think so.
No,
I think so
you
because
can't
he
say you
said
think so.
because he said okay, because he said it leads to a serious problem called an update anomaly, and it causes data inconsistency.
Exactly. Those are the challenge. But I really want you to explain it in a simple way that everybody will understand.
Hmm.
So what do you mean by
Maybe
that data inconsistency? What do you mean by that?
I think what they mean is that if there's an update on the data, there will not be any reflection because there is no reference.
Is that the context of things? Is that the actual context of things?
Or maybe you can shed more light on it.
You can do the research on your own now.
Okay, what I think what I found is similar to
Okay.
what he just said. Okay, what this one has told me that referencing also means linking. The new table views point back to the original. Any update in the main table is automatically visible in the reference table, e.g., SQL views, Power BI data query, Excel link table. Then duplicating, it's also meaning copying. The new table is just a snapshot of the data at the moment you copied it. Future updates to the main table will not show up in your duplicate unless you manually refresh or recopy the data. So if you duplicate, changes in the main table won't affect your duplicate. If you reference, changes in the main table will
Yeah,
flow
sorry.
through automatically.
Okay, well, what if you do duplicate and no reference? What will happen?
If you duplicate and no reference,
Yes.
the changes, if you do if there's any addition
You
or any
have to
progression
refresh
today,
manually.
yes, you or
Okay, you
recopy
have
the
to
data
refer.
or recopy
That's
the
the word
data
I'm looking
manually.
for. Right? That's what I need. So, Christiana, do you understand now?
Yes.
It's not only
So, I
Christiana.
do not. If you have a denormalized table, I do not advise you to use duplicate. I've talked about this thing before in the earlier days of this class. So I'm not expecting you to still repeat the same thing. Our time is fast spent anyway. So guys, what we have done here today, please go and redo it on your own Power BI desktop. Break down as many tables as you can bring from the sales table, from the normalized table, from the normalized table. And by the time we come next week Saturday, we are coming to start building, we build our model, and you guys will start learning that immediately. You don't have to enough time. We are still bringing like 2 guest speakers. talking some topics, but you need that foundation. Is that clear? Now, this will be your assignment, guys. Extract out as many tables as possible for dimension, apart from these 4 that Christiana has done now. When you are done doing that, the next thing is that you close and read, and you guys will now refer back to the classes you had 2 weekends ago. You will now build your data model from there. I will come back next week. I will review what you have done. I will continue from there. Is that clear?
Okay. Then sorry, Mr. Agbenga, before you go,
Yeah.
as you said, that the file will be sent to
She will send it to you.
Okay.
Are you
Just to
on
add to what he asked,
Yes.
sorry, Christiana. Christiana, you are the president of our class. Please, pardon me. Can we, for benefit of our discussion, or the tone of our discussion at the beginning of the classes, can we? I don't know how we can have all the documents to work with and share it somewhere, because in one of these classes, I was asked to contact Christiana. I didn't know how to reach her. Do we want to work with an email, or how do we have all this stuff so that pardon me that I'm sounding like this. I may say I will admit that I'm very, very new to everything that we're talking about. I started learning it the first day we talked about this class. We started this class. I've
If
been
you're
more
in
of
the
somebody that
WhatsApp
sees
group,
reports.
you should find it there. I
Huh?
already dropped it. If you're on the WhatsApp group, you should find the document there. I dropped it already.
I am on the WhatsApp group, and I've been on the WhatsApp group even far before the class, but I don't know why I'm unable to find this stuff.
Okay,
Is
I'll
there any
drop
other
it again.
method? Sorry?
I'll drop it again so everybody can
Oh,
see.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Please, is the assignments clear? I would not like to hear story next week, Saturday.
Please say it again, sir.
Please recap.
What we just did now, you guys will go and do it on your own Power BI desktop, on your own computer. You guys will extract these 4 tables that we have. Do what we just did now, remove duplicate and all, right? You guys will also look at the sales table and see if there are other tables that we can still create additionally to what we already have, the 4 we already have here, the ship mode, location, product, and customer. You guys will look at the sales table again and see if there are other dimensions you can still extract out from that table. And instead of using duplicate like our own, use reference. Just like we advise. Use reference when you are creating your own. Now, when you are done creating all the tables, you now click on the top left part, click on close and apply. Just like just like Ashraf taught you guys the other day. And you now go and model the table. You model your tables. That is, you will connect all the primary keys to. You know what? Don't do that yet. Let's leave that part. Just create as many tables as possible from the sales table. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. See you next week.
Thank you.
And before you go, another thing is that you guys can. I don't know if you understand this. Who here knows merge queries in Power Query? Anybody? Christiana knows merge query. Now, Christiana, before you go, let's do something. Share your screen again, please. Share your screen again, quickly. I'll just show you one example of this, what I want to do, guys. And you guys really want to do the rest on your own. So, don't forget that. Let's go to ship mode, for example. The ship mode does not have an ID on the sales table, right? Now, we now have to return the ID inside the sales table. Don't forget that in our data model, now we are building what is called a star schema. And in the ID star schema, the only thing you should return on the sales table should be the ID of the different dimensions. The ID should only be what will represent that dimension inside of the fact table. Is it clear what I just said now? So in the sales table, what we should have is product ID for products. What we should have for location is just location ID. We should not see the ship mode itself inside of sales table again. We should not. What we should see is what? Just the IDs representing the different dimensions. Love.
So thank you very much. To be honest, this idea, I didn't know that. For me, when I used to perform my analysis, I just, work with the fact table, and probably if there's another table that comes along, I work with that. But now seeing it's being broken like this, wow, I think this is a new thing for me.
Good, that's good.
Yeah.
But Love, do you know what they call the star schema?
Yes, I know.
Okay, what's the star schema for you?
So a star schema is basically when you have a central fact table and dimensional table surrounding
What's the central fact table in this example that we have here on the screen?
the sales data.
Table, the sales table, good. What's now the dimension tables that we have?
We have the customer, the products, the location, and I think the ship mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to connect the sales table to the ship mode table, what keys are you using to connect them?
We use the primary key in the ship mode table. You connect it.
What's the primary key in the ship mode table?
That should be can you please take me to the ship mode list? That should be the ship ID or something. I don't know
Ship
the
mode
name
ID.
you need. Yes.
Now, the ship mode ID, do we have it inside our sales table? Click on sales table.
I click on sales table.
Do you have ship mode ID there?
Sorry, can you help me scroll? If it's not okay, it is ship mode that is there. So we probably have
Exactly.
to replace it.
We have to remove the ship mode and put the ship mode ID. And how can we achieve that? Is by doing merge. So this is what you do for me now. On the sales table now, go to merge query under home. Exactly. See, guys, wait. I want you guys to look at this plan. We need to write it down. Write it down. Now, click on
we're
merge
writing
query.
it down one by one, please. Thank you.
Click on sales table. Write that one down. Click on sales table. Go to merge query. Click on the drop down. Click on merge queries. Click on it now, Christiana. Click on it now. Now, if you are matching query, what do you look at? You look at the similar things that exist between the two tables and what you want to return. So the ship mode is the similar thing between ship mode table and sales table. So click on ship mode inside the sales table. The ship mode column inside the sales table, Christiana. Ship mode column. And ship mode column in the ship mode table. Exactly. What's it telling you? It's telling you that all the selection matches what? 9994 of what you have from the sales table. Right?
Yeah.
You now don't worry, I'll still talk about this thing fully next week. This left outer join, right outer join. I'll still explain those things to you guys. Don't worry. Then click on OK. You selected the two columns that the two tables have in common. Click on OK. Now it will now ask you what column do you want to return. So it's returning the entire table, and that's not what you need. You click on that logo. Yes, click on it. What column do you want to return from the ship mode table? You want to return the ship mode ID. Go and uncheck use original column name as prefix. Go and uncheck that. Exactly. And you click on OK. And with that now, we have the ship mode ID inside of the sales table now. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Is it clear, everybody? What we just did now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Chukwuka, Aslan, Raymond, Similen.
Yes, it's clear. Today's class video, it will also be updated to the
on YouTube, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So now, this is where you now go to choose columns now. And now go and uncheck ship mode. We don't need ship mode. We don't need all the descriptive attributes of ship mode again. What we need is the unique identifier for ship mode. Now, the ship mode ID was the primary key in the ship mode table. Chukwuka, ship mode ID is now in the sales table. Is this still a primary key in this table or a foreign key?
It's a foreign key.
Thank you. So do same thing for location now. Return location ID inside of the sales table and remove location from and remove postal code from the sales table. You pass postal code. You pass postal code. Aha. But for those that are not SQL, that's what we call SQL joins. It's the same thing. Don't worry, we'll get there. One step at a time.
The thing has
No.
dry. Remove the dryer. The one down has dry so that you can put down one. Yeah, listen.
No, don't use another 2 column. That's not the way to do it, Christiana. You already have one to remove other columns, apply step. You just go back there.
Then,
Yes. And you now go and remove the postal code now. Exactly. Now go back to the last step now. Go back to your okay, you'll be an error. I know why. It's because the postal code has to be there before you merge this thing. Right? So you can shift your remove other columns to the last step. It's not shifting.
no.
Click on remove other columns. Click on it. First go and put back the postal code back first. Put it back. Okay. Now drag remove other columns. Drag it now to the last step. Things are not doing it well. That's worked. So any step you want to take in terms of match query, take the step, wait, hold on.
Okay.
Take the step before. So let's remove other columns, do the last step always. Take the step before remove other columns.
This one.
You be on that one and now go and take that step. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
If you want to do any for another table, always click on the expanded location, like the last merge and expanded first. Like the last step before we remove other column. Yes.
Last step.
So that all your remove other columns can be on just one thing, on just one step. Aha.
So then I come here or here.
You will be on the expanded location.
Yes.
On the last expanded whatever, and you now go and do your merge, so that the remove other columns will always be the last step. Do you understand what I'm saying, Christian?
No, we've already done the merge. Do I have to
We've
do
already
that?
done the merge and we've expanded, right?
Yes.
I'm saying that before you do for another table, before you go and do merge and expanded again,
I have to be on the expanded.
Yeah, so that your remove other columns will always be the last step.
Yeah, okay, I understand now.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand. So if I want to do another merge if I have to do
another for
I don't
product
think
now.
I have to do any product already.
Already asked, customer to already asked, so there's no need.
I just need to choose.
So you guys will put similarly. Your hand was up.
Yes, I was going to ask a question, but I've gotten the.
No problem. It's when I call your name, please answer on time. I don't want to be waiting and shouting before you answer. It's not okay. No problem, guys. See you next week.
All right.
All right, Christiana, please still drop
I'll
that thing in the
send
chat.
it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.